So yeah, like he said, he's not a monster. He's just ahead of the curve, right? He's ahead of the game in a sense. You know how the Joker is a psychopath, a killer, a weirdo. He's really just ahead of the curve because this is really the future for these people. This is how they're gonna look like, man. You're your regular, like I said, you're diplomat, your dentist, your nurse, your doctor, your whoever, man, your lawyer. When all these things, when all push comes to shove, and they can't rely on their money because really they have faith in their bank accounts. When they won't even have access to their bank accounts, one they're gonna, it's either they bow down to the system, or they go crazy. Okay, that's what's gonna happen. All right. So again, it says here in Second Ezra 6:24, at that time shall friends find one another like enemies. Okay, even friends, man. Okay, friends shall fight as enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear in those and with those that dwell therein. The spring, the springs of the fountain shall stand still, and 3 hours they shall not run. Okay, and again pertaining to the division, it says here in Luke 12:51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division. That's Yahushua speaking. Yahushua comes to set division. Okay, because what's the division? It's either you're with them or you're against them. Okay, it's either you're hot or you're cold. You can't. There's no in between. Okay, so that's the division that Yahushua is gonna come to make. When he comes, he's gonna save his elect and put these other people into captivity. Either he's gonna put people to death or put them in captivity. Okay. So it says here, from henceforth they shall be five in one house, divided. Okay, divided, even a household, man. Okay, three. Like I said, you could be, let's say, you're still living with your parents. You're living with your parents and your sisters and your brothers. Okay, you're living at home with your parents. You might believe, but you might be the only one in the house that might believe. So as it says, five in one house, and you're divided. You're divided against everyone. You might have another brother, another sibling, or a parent, one of your parents that believe, but that's gonna be you two against the rest of the household, right? So again, it says here, from henceforth there shall be five in one house, divided, three against two, and two against three. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother, and the mother-in-law against the daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. So again, they're gonna come and create they're really gonna be enemies one to another. As I said, friends shall betray one another. So again, at that point, you don't really want anyone that's shaky. In the time of Jacob's trouble, you don't want anyone that's shaky because you might wake up one day and you're surrounded by Edomite forces taking you into a concentration camp because you were walking around with a snitch. You were walking around with a liability. Okay, that person that you helped out might be the one that causes your downfall. So you have to be very circumspect in the time to come, and you have to exercise the spirit and see if that person is profitable to be around. Okay, you can't just be allowing anyone, especially in these times. You can't just allow anyone to enter your circle. You got to be very secluded. You gotta watch out who you allow to even in your house or even in your who you allow who you give your time to in a sense. Okay. So it says here in Matthew's 10:34, it's just another verse, another precept that's similar to Luke 12. It says here in Matthew's 10:34, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I am not, like, I come not to send peace, but a sword. Again, the sword comes to slice and divide. Okay, for I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's foe shall be they of his own household. So even your household, man. In that movie, that's what the guy said. He said, "Yo, I'm proud of my daughter. She's the one that snitched on me. She's the one that told the authorities that I was a rebel." Okay, I didn't even know I was a rebel. My daughter went to go tell the authorities that I was one, and I'm so proud of her. And this guy ended up being tortured. He's saying he's proud of his daughter and how he's saying how he wants to get shot, he wants to die, this and that. He would rather, no, it's like he was saying that he would rather go to a concentration camp than to get shot. You know, it's like I could be useful, this and that. But I'm so proud of my daughter. She saw that I was a, she saw that I was a demon. She saw that I had a rebellious spirit on me. So she went to go tell the authority. You know. So again, like against that, that's her being an enemy. And don't think that in times to come, your mom, your dad, your siblings won't be able to they're gonna go take the chip, and then one day you wake up and you're surrounded by troops telling getting handcuffed and putting in the back of a van, heading to a concentration camp because because they gave you up. So again, that's what I mean. So again, you don't want to be around people who don't have the fear of the Lord in them. Okay, because at the end of the day, that's gonna be a liability. Okay, they're not gonna move with you. And again, what happened when we left Egypt the first time, the first Exodus? When we left Egypt, those people were really the when all Israel was saved. Okay, out of Egypt, some of them were destroyed. Why? Because they believed not. So without faith, it is impossible to please the Lord. So without faith, to be around people that don't have faith is really a liability. So you don't want to have that around you. As it says, don't be unequally yoked with unbelievers. Okay, so don't be around, like, don't really try to get too close to unbelievers, man. You do what you have to do in the world, and then you move, you bounce, man. You do what you have to do. You get your daily bread. You use the world, but not abuse it, and then you move on, man. All right, you keep it short and sweet, and that's it, man. All right, so that you can remain clean in the sight of Yahweh Hashem Yashai, and not indulge in the philosophies that are in the world, man. Okay. So that being said, the Lord's coming to create a division. There's going to be a lot of chaos. There's going to be a lot of hate. The people are going to hate one another, and the love of many shall wax cold, man. And that movie, those dystopian movies, they show it, man. And again, a lot of people are going to, most of these people that you see walking around that you think they're regular people, average Joes, man, and that time comes when Jacob's trouble arrives, man, they're all going to turn bugged out and look like the Joker. Okay, the world is going to be populated by a bunch of jokers, man. Alright? So that being said, I hope this lesson was edifying. I'd like to give all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Racha Kodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Peace, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect. DTI Baba Kwame Ashala. Until next lesson, Lord willing, this was edifying. Shalom.